Also joined by security analyst, and that's Reverend Joseph Hayab. Good afternoon. Glad to have you join me on the news. Okay, let me proceed by asking what your thoughts are on state policing, looking at crime and criminality in Nigeria.
Thank you very much. I think the argument and the debate surrounding the establishment of state police have been on for many years. But we have to also agree that in history, Nigeria have had state police. State police is not completely new. There were successes at the time we had state police, though there were also few challenges. So I prefer to look at the positive aspect of state police. At the moment, many states in Nigeria are battling with insecurity. And in the past few years, many of these governors have established some security outfit. Like in the Southwest, we have the Omotekum, we have other outfit in Southeast, South, and also in many states of the North. And it is dangerous for us to continue to bring in people who have not been properly trained to man security issues. So the establishment of state police is to regularize and ensure that those who will control issues of security at the local government are by law guaranteed to do that. So for me, I think it is a welcome development, and I'm happy that this is one program that not only 5 states, not only 10 states, not just some regional, but virtually all the region of the country, the governors are on the same page. So we need to just have a trial again to see the level we will. But you quickly know that one of the biggest challenges we have is that people are entertaining fear that, when we have state police, government will manipulate them, government will be the ones to be in charge of them. It is true, but let's not forget that our constitution is very clear that no governor is going to be governor forever. There is a day and a time he's not going to be governor. If he manipulates police in the first 4 years and we vote him out, he's no longer in control of the police. If he manipulates them for 8 years, he's still going to go out after his second tenure. He will no longer manipulate the police. So we must allow a system that will help address the insecurity and also give job to teaming Nigerian youth. I just hope that in putting together the law that will establish the state police, the fears and concerns will be put in place so that the law itself will address those fears. The law itself will correct some of the concerns that people are having.
Now, talking about laws addressing concerns or fears people may have regarding state police, and I'll come to that later. But I want to talk about challenges, which you have, highlighted a few of them. Do you think funds may likely be a challenge in actualizing state policing as it stands right now? Talking about the newly approved minimum wage of 70,000 naira, only about 27 states, are yet, few states, and we have only about 27 states, yet to set up committees to implement the recently approved minimum wage. So when it comes to challenges, can funds be, a clog in the wheel of state policing in Nigeria?
Speaking from my knowledge, because I've been privileged to serve in government as a special advisor for about 5 or 6 years, and some of the things I know because I've been around for over 2 decades, getting involved in issue of finding solutions to conflict. The money government spend to either give army, to give police, to give other security agencies in the state that are sponsored by federal government. If such money is channeled into state police, we will not talk about money. The fact about it is that some of those money just go to some private individual's pocket, either they are commissioners or directors or whatever titles they bear. So I think that even the money they claim to be spending as security vote, if it is properly harnessed and put together for the establishment of state police, we no longer start dashing people free money and then the work is not being done. So now we use the money to properly pay those who have been engaged, those who have been given the mandate to secure us. So I'm not sure money issue, because despite the inability of government to pay minimum wage, as they are saying, but they've been voting billions of naira for security votes. So stop the security vote and invest it or put it on the security outfit that is the legally approved state police. Then we will not have problems. So it's not that we've been using our money wrongly and wasting it in this for purposes that we're supposed not to. But now that we have something that we need to put that money in, the laws will also provide how money that will be meant for state police will be taken from probably allocations or whatever, and it will be clear that so what they are spending today on security vote will become, we have to stop, because the security they are spending as security vote now supposed to go to the state police. So I am not afraid of the issue of funds. I am also just seeing that the issue of management will be the challenge, but that is where the law becomes important, because our laws should be done in such a way that one individual cannot just take all the funds to himself, since we have an agency that is saddled with the responsibility of protecting and securing the people, so the money should channel to them.
Let me expand further on what you touched on regarding challenges or fears and concerns people may have regarding state policing. How can the law address such fears and concerns to enable, state police, policing thrive in Nigeria?
Yeah, number one, I believe that the law will have a criteria for appointing who is in charge of the state police or state commissioner. The law will also define the role of state police versus the law of federal police that are still working in the state. The law will also guide in where and how their operations will take place, the kind of things they are going to be dealing with, and the ones they will do. Because once there is a law, it will now stop people from access. We did have a law guiding separation of local governments, and it was abused. But thank God recently the Supreme Court came out, and you've just said it in your news, to now say, hey, enough is enough. What should be done according to the law should be done. And so similarly, the state police, there would be a law. I believe that we have credible legislators out there. Despite some of the problems we are having around, we still have people among there that know what to write, and they will be able to come up with a law that will protect the people, protect the police force, it's the state police force itself, and also give the governor the enable environment that he can discharge his mandate of protecting lives and properties of citizens. We do know that in the current act, the governor has no power over the police. The governor does not even decide anything. So sometimes, even if the governor calls the commissioner of police, the commissioner of police needs to get clearance from the IG. Well, the law will clearly define who now takes the first step, and then who comes to reinforce, to support the other person. So I believe that all we need is to be sure that our legal writers or our writers of our laws will write what is for the people and about the people and for the protection of the state. We shouldn't be afraid to give a trial. I was going through to look at the history surrounding state police and even police itself. It wasn't really started as a national police. The Hausa constabulary was not a national police. This constabulary that was done in Calabar was not a national police, but eventually they matched them, and so there were success. We'll look at this and consider the generation we are. How do we go about to ensure that our cities, our communities are protected? Now, citizens will be engaged as state police, sent to their community. They know the roots in their community. Once the people are secured,
I'm afraid
then there will be joy. There will be even flow of economy.
That's a fine place to anchor it. Thank you so much for your time on the news, Reverend Joseph Hayab, Security Analyst. Many thanks indeed.
Thank you for having me.